South Korea, the U.S. and Japan staged their first joint aerial exercise near the Korean Peninsula on Sunday. We delve deeper into their trilateral efforts to sharpen security cooperation against North Korean threats with Bruce Bennett this morning. Welcome back.
Thank you very much.
Let's first talk about the strategic assets from all the three sides. Which ones particularly stood out to you?
Well, I think you start with the U.S. B-52 bomber, a clear indication of an aircraft that could do both conventional and nuclear missions. But then you add F-35 aircraft and other advanced aircraft from the three sides that allow them to be able to carry out very precise attacks and very strong air defense. It was a really good exercise to demonstrate those kinds of capabilities.
Right, definitely. This exercise on Sunday was to counter threats from North Korea. Then what does the air drill really say about their ability to deter North Korean threats while maintaining peace and stability here on the Korean Peninsula?
Well, Kim is always going to be tempted to try to do things, provocations, where he thinks he can succeed. What we have to be prepared to do is to convince him that he's not going to succeed. If he tries to use drones, if he tries to use aircraft, these kinds of drills are demonstrating a strong capability to defeat any provocations. You know, it's a little bit like a team preparing a coach preparing an all-star team for a contest in soccer. And the opponent, North Korea, doesn't want us to be training together because if we do, we will do well. But like a soccer team, all-stars come together, they've got to get used to working with each other. And so this kind of drill is to help them understand they train differently as national forces. They've got to learn to work together. And this is really critical to being effective against any adversary.
Right, it's always good to be prepared. And like you said, it is the three sides' first time conducting such air drills, so it is good to be practicing. Now, what does that say about their trilateral partnership? Because the drill really came as a follow-up measure of the Camp David summit.
Oh, exactly. I think what we're seeing is the three countries are recognizing that North Korea poses a threat to all three of us. Their nuclear weapons could be used against any of the countries. Their missiles with conventional or nuclear warheads could be used. Their submarine forces, their other assets could be used, artillery against South Korea. And we have to be prepared in multiple dimensions to deal with those threats. The better prepared we are, the more likely it is that North Korea will not pose those threats because Kim Jong-un doesn't want to look like he fails in any kind of military activity. He's got a country which fails enough already internally with food and other things. He can't fail in this area too.
Right, and I can say this with confidence that North Korea will not be too happy about the joint drills. And I'm afraid that North might take this as an, excuse or an opportunity to stage more military provocations.
Well, let's fundamentally look at what North Korea is doing. They're building nuclear weapons all the time. They're constantly producing more weapons. They're constantly producing more ballistic missiles. Those are provocations. Those violate UN Security Council sanctions and resolutions. So I think what we have to be prepared to say so that our people understand what's going on is these are responses to the provocations North Korea is carrying out that they don't want to have publicly recognized at this point, but that we need to be prepared against to try to discourage Kim. An ancient Roman philosopher said, if you want peace, prepare for war. Because if you're prepared, nobody's going to want to fight a war against you.
I see. But we should expect more of these trilateral exercises to come in the future, right?
Oh, exactly. I think this is the character, the trilateral summit that our countries held. That was what they concluded is in order for us to work well together, we've got to learn to work together. We've got to learn how each side uses different kinds of capabilities. And that will make us more effective. It will allow us to extend our capabilities and to frustrate North Korea in its provocations. And that's good for all of our people. That's good for peace in the region. I mean, ironically, China ought to be cheering us on because that means there will be peace where there might not otherwise be. And I don't even think that China wants to see a war on the peninsula. Xi Jinping has certainly said he doesn't.
Right. We do have to be mindful that all these drills are to maintain peace and stability in the region of just not on here on the Korean Peninsula, but also globally. Thanks as always for your insight. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much.